Yeah, you muted it.
There we go.
Hey, the whole thing is right there. Maybe some cartoon iterations is going on with that. Seeing us run around. Yeah, in trouble. What's happening?
And welcome to the BILs Podcast. This is the BILs Bot. Let's start all over. This is the BILs Podcast, where we talk about the topics of the day with an unapologetically black spin on it.
And giving it like it should be given.
Yes. So today, we're going to be... first of all, how was your week, right?
Well, we got to introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah, I'm Pitch. I'm losing my mind today, dog. I'm Pitch.
Hey, I'm Rocket. What up?
And we just want to say thank you for rocking with us today.
Hey, that stressed you out.
Yeah, I'm giving my shout out a little bit. But Rocket, how was your week?
Oh, man, this week was long. It just,
It did seem long.
Yeah, it was a long week, man. I don't know. I can't put it into words, but it always ain't good when Friday's here.
Oh my God!
The show, the drinks, I want to say a shout out to one of our co-hosts, Wendell Scott.
Mm-hmm.
He has his release party tonight.
Release party.
Yeah, I think it's Half Moon
Science.
Half Moon Science is the group.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hopefully definitely try to
give him a shout
out.
Yeah.
What is this? The new album? A lot of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter.
You know what that's from, right?
No.
Do you remember the electric company? When that little boy, he was walking around, he was thinking, he's like, all right, my mama want me to get a loaf of bread, a stick of butter, and a carton of milk.
No.
I'm telling you that's where it's from.
Good. Because
at least I think that's where it's from. Without asking him. Yeah. I don't know for sure, but without asking him. But
hey, that's in line. That's in line with Wendell. That's in line with Wendell.
The electric company from back in the day. Yeah. My week was cool, dog. I do have to give a big shout out to Stretch Wauwatosa. All right, so I've been feeling realistically, I ain't been flexible my whole life, realistically. So I went to it's called Stretch, STRRRETCH, Wauwatosa today. Got to give them a big shout out. Chuck Choate. First of all, Chuck Choate, me and him. Well, he went to South Milwaukee High School. I went to Oak Creek High School, but I knew him from high school. So that was a good surprise when I got there. This is a business owned by Chuck, but also by Anthony Pettis from MMA, if you know anything about the UFC. So what they do is they just take you and they just stretch you because they're professional. They're all like trainers and they know how to stretch people. And dog, my body feels different.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Hey, I just got one question.
Yes.
Baby oil involved?
No baby oil.
No baby oil.
No. I'm trying to get the Inca Queen to go. She keeps saying, "No, I don't want to go." I'm trying to get her there. So, but if you go to Stretch, say the bill sent you, or if you need something, let me know. I got you, and they'll give you a little percentage off.
Shout out. Hey, shout out to Stretch. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say, hey, Bill sent me.
The BILs Podcast sent me. Yeah. But that was my week, man. So yeah.
I can always take another stretching out.
So
a roller pen or something.
Yeah. So this week we're gonna talk about Killer Mike done said some shit.
Yes.
And we're gonna have to talk about that.
Gonna be closing out one
because we weren't here last week, so we didn't talk about that.
Right.
We're gonna talk about high school swim booty cheeks.
Oh man, yeah,
and not in the way you're thinking. Yeah, disqualified booty cheeks. And we're gonna talk about kids in handcuffs.
Saying connection is unstable.
What you mean?
Never mind. It was just we can keep going.
Oh, okay. Long as you can hear us.
I just wanted to point it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can keep rolling.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about kids in cuffs.
Yeah.
So
what the hell is going on?
Well, before we get there, we gotta go to. So what you saying? The United States is starting to ban flavor vaping.
It's over for them.
Really?
Yeah.
What you think about? So what you saying about that? It's over for them, huh?
Yeah, it's just a way that they're trying to shake up the industry, to shake off all the smaller upstarts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
what we had 13 deaths. I still think it's crazy that we can ban flavor vapes before we ban guns.
But I mean, the sad part of it, we're banning flavor vapes as if the 12 deaths occurred are all flavored vape.
Yeah.
And then it's like, instead of, it's like they want to lace, they place it on.
We're supposed to just get a little synopsis and move on.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I got to put my little spin on it.
Yeah. So we move on.
But I just saw that lane, so I had to slide that ball. All right, move on.
Okay, there's a hoodie fashion line, and then it's a school. It's called the school shooting line. It has the name of all the school. It has the name of a school that got shot up, and in the hoodie it has bullet holes. So what you saying about that?
Well, I say that person needs some therapy.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm not going to say anything else negative, but just therapy. That's not a good business to make money off of a tragic event.
It's dirty business.
But I mean, I would like to see them flip that and just give a memorial to the school, and then some of the proceeds go to help the family. That would probably be a better lane.
The Canadian Prime Minister was caught in brownface and owns up to it. I think that the way he owned up to it was a good thing. So what you saying?
I don't care. I don't care about these damn brown face. No brown face image ever hurt me. I worry about when you unbrown face and you're trying to hurt me. So.
And lastly, your boy Trumpito Donald Trump is getting impeached.
Man, individual.
Nancy Pelosi came out and finally said it. So what you saying?
Man, it's about time, that they launched the inquiry. I know they're not doing the impeachment, but it's about time just to expose, to put the truth out there.
Yeah.
He's gonna do what he's do because he's a gangster. He don't care. He's about to check out anyway because he old as hell.
Well,
he's just playing the game for his kids.
So what I'm saying about that is, I don't think it's not gonna happen anyway.
No, it's not.
We ain't going input. So who cares?
Until
let's get rallied around beating this cat and get him out the White House.
Yeah, but we can do both. You can impeach his ass and just add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get him out.
So that is. So what you're saying? All right. So let's get to the topics of this week.
All right.
You want to go first? I'll go first because I'm talking about the swim chick.
Okay.
So in Alaska, you had this black girl. I should have pulled up her name. I actually should pull it up before I start saying this girl and that girl and this girl and that girl. I know.
Look at you. It's called growth. Look at you.
Oh, growth. What you talking about?
I'm just seeing you evolve right in front of my eyes. It's a beautiful thing. What you tripping on?
Oh my God, you tripping?
I can't pay you a compliment. I can't.
You act like I never done this before.
No, I ain't. A single moment snapped in time, and I see growth in you, and I'm complimenting you.
Okay, well, thank you for the growth. Let me get her name.
No, it's the compliment. You the growth.
Yeah. I need to get her name.
Hold on, dog.
What's that?
I'm gonna flip the script.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna flip the script.
Okay.
So my topic is gonna be Dance Owens in front of Congress.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Don't know nothing about it.
Don't
but
worry.
I do not like her. Well, go ahead.
But let's just go.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, but then I think
we'll
it's gonna roll into.
We'll see what other stuff too. All right, so
continue. I wasn't trying to jump.
So in Anchorage, Alaska, I can't find her name. Last week Friday on the 10th, there was a girl and she was disqualified because her butt cheeks were touching. They said during the race. Now this girl, from what I understand, she is a state champion in the 100 freestyle, which she won at this certain meet. And the official said he was so upset, he was so butt that he could see her butt cheeks clapping together. Now, the thing about it is the swimsuit was a school issue swimsuit. The National Federation of High School Sports, which is a governing body, doesn't really have a rule against it. They said they had a rule against it. The coach asked the official, "Well, why you disqualifying her?" When they told her, the coach said there is going to be an issue over this. So now the thing about this, which makes it even worse, is the girl is mixed. Okay, she's black and she's probably I don't know what you call Alaskan people, Eskimos.
Alaskan.
Is that part? Is it okay? So she is mixed between black and Alaskan, I believe. And
Alaska is the state. I would go with Eskimo if I was you.
I don't know if that's proper, but yeah, okay. So we say Eskimo. If it's not proper, let us know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she is very voluptuous. Everybody says she does have her. You know what I'm saying? She a sister with a body, though. Let's just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Let's just say that she a sister with a body.
You already know what it was.
Yeah,
you already know.
So they disqualified her because she got a booty, and from what I understand, there was now here's the part that's killing me. And I really, when I think about this, it's tripping me out. There were parents who were taking pictures of her booty and like sitting around the crowd saying, "Ain't this messed up? Ain't this messed up?" Ain't that child pornography? Maybe if you had a picture. Oh, thank you. I'm about to say
no.
Thank you.
Because
say it.
No. It is child pornography.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
I was long drawing it out, but yeah, it is. But
yeah.
Continue.
That's pretty much the end of the story. I just don't like. Okay, so if you don't know, you know. I think I've on this podcast I've said many a times I'm a track official, right? So here in Wisconsin we have a shortage of officials. So I decided to do swimming this year. So this is my first year as a swim official. And this comes up. There is no rule on the books that talk about butt cheeks in the state of Wisconsin. So the National Federation of High School Sports, which is like a governing body, almost like the NCAA football for high school.
Anything on the books that will state that if the uniform is sanctioned, you can still be disqualified?
No, okay. Nothing like that. And realistically, if first of all, the swimsuit is a school issue swimsuit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's sanctioned.
It's a school sanctioned swimsuit.
Right.
So everybody on the team has the same swimsuit. They all look the exact same. And this girl was given the exact same swimsuit. Okay. So secondly, here's the thing. Have you ever ran around and all of us have done it? When you done something and you get a wedgie in your booty, you know what I'm saying, for your drawers or something?
Yeah.
Or somebody gave you a wedgie.
I didn't want to admit that, publicly, just in case I decide to run for president.
I'm telling you this right now. I have had a wedgie, and I probably had one within the last 48 hours. So I'm
shout out to you and your wedgie. Y'all seem like y'all on the run.
No, my cheeks be clapping sometimes together too.
You been in my shit.
I'm just saying,
no, I hear you.
Yeah, my body be clapping too. So I'm just saying in general. All right. So for this black girl in Alaska, which is a rarity on its own, I thought, first of all, that was a rarity. But for a black girl to be in Alaska and she kicking tail, she busting everybody up and swimming, and then they don't like it, so then they gotta try to disqualify her. Right. That's some bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
They, first of all, it really was a attack on her character.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Like 100%.
Like an organized. So actually, you can throw Rico. I don't know, but it was organized, and they used pornography. That's the part. Once I heard that, I was like, "That's dirty business." You're right. Those parents need to go to jail because nigga, if it's you or me, and we took a picture of some girl, and even so, say your daughter. No. I already understand.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you know where I'm going. Yeah. If you take a picture at your daughter's thing, talking about, look at this girl body.
That's why even with when daughter she played volleyball. I was recording.
That's one of those things. Yeah.
But you show the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like honing in on a specific part.
Oh yeah.
In a part that's being that's being objectified.
Oh yeah.
I don't. That's pornography.
Oh yeah.
Being that it's underage.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. That's a huge problem.
Yeah. So
and their parents, they got money coming.
Let's just call it what it is.
It's racism.
They mad because this black girl beating their ass at swimming, and they shouldn't be swimming. Now I told
in cold water.
Yes, in cold water.
Yeah, she whooping their ass in cold water, but they don't understand. It's like she don't like being in cold water. It's like nah. As soon as I get about it, this shit, I'm good.
Now I'm gonna say this though. Like I said, right now it's girls track swim season, right?
Right.
So like I said, I've been a swim official. I've done like 5 meets now. The cool thing is, and I'm sure some of these black girls are like, who the hell? But when I see those black girls out there, I be like, breaking stereotypes. I love it. I said, break stereotypes. And I give her a pound or a dap or something. Like breaking them stereotypes. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So, and those, normally they laugh and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? They probably like, you breaking stereotypes, nigga. Where's this black official swim official come from? Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I met a cat last night. Mm-hmm. He runs his own officiating.
Really?
Yeah, like
basketball and stuff.
All of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was sayyes2officiating.com. He's out of Racine. His name is Mike. I forgot his last name, but I got his card because we just got to talking and everything. He would have loved the game last night because that was some bad officiating. I started to text him. I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was bad officiating or just bad offensive.
That was bad officiating for
I saw. I mean, there was a couple
pass interference with Alshon Jeffries where the hand was clearly. I was like, come on, man.
But what about the one where dude poked dude in the face from Philly? He poked MDS in the face. Remember that one? No, you don't remember that one.
No.
Because Packer fan.
I fell asleep.
Okay.
And listen, anybody that got poked in the face, that should be a penalty.
So before one that happened on the hand, there was one where he was about to catch a ball, and the DB from Philadelphia didn't even look back, put his hand up and hit him in the face like that.
Okay.
It was crazy.
So then I understand.
Yeah.
I understand the second.
But
the Washington.
Yeah. The bigger problem I had with that game last night is they just went away from running the ball. I understand Philadelphia's being tough on the run, but you can't go.
No, but they lost old boy in the first.
Yeah, that was dirty.
Yeah.
There was a hit before that.
See, and that right there,
They should got ejected for that.
Yeah. Barnett, like if it's a dirty hit, that caused a player to be removed from the game, that should be an immediate ejection from the person that.
And when he got hit, first thing I was like, he is out. He was out on his feet.
And I like Barnett. You know what I'm saying? He was a beast in Texas, but dirty is dirty.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a dirty hit, but it was a legal hit. So
well, anyway, if it was illegal, dirty, but it wasn't a hit that was fair or proper at the time, and that cat went out, you need to go out too. If he come back in, you come back in.
Yeah. So go back to this girl in Alaska. We just know that's racism at all-time high.
It's racism because you got someone that I don't know if she trained, how long she trained, but she's just athletically gifted.
Yeah.
And she was straight whooping their ass. And listen, they got to disqualify. If her pinky toe was somehow hitting her fourth toe, they will find a way to disqualify her. So that was just something that was just so easy. That's just how bullshit, like some of this shit that black folks got to deal with.
Yeah, no, we deal with a whole lot. Especially our kids.
The silly shit.
Yeah, especially our kids.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you saw, but this past week has been kind of a shake my head moment, okay?
Oh, man.
And the reason I say that is because in Florida, a 6-year-old girl got arrested for having a temper tantrum.
Right.
The same day, an 8-year-old got arrested. Same exact day, same exact school. Then in San Antonio, a 7-year-old who had autism got arrested.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Now, what I started thinking about this 6-year-old, I started thinking about...
Hold on. I got an important question.
What was that?
Out of all those 3 arrests, how many were white?
Oh, you know, that's 0.
Hold on. That can't be. Because last time I checked, that's the majority of the population in the United States. So out of 3 arrests, 2 should at least.
Okay, so I mean, so what you're saying is, like I said, look at our jail system. We know that ain't gonna be true anyway. But yeah, all 3 black kids, you know what I'm saying. But what I kept thinking about, I was like, a 6-year-old. How the hell do you put a 6-year-old in handcuffs? Okay, first of all, how do you even have? Do you have handcuffs small enough for that?
Oh man.
And what I kept thinking about was the twins, though.
Yeah.
Because they're 6.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 5.
But yeah.
They're
well on their way.
But I'm just saying that age, that size, a type of little girl.
And that's what I do when I this stuff come across me. I automatically inject my kids in that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's how you know it was wrong.
Oh yeah, it's way wrong. And the thing is all right. So I gotta say, Shaun King. You know who Shaun King is, right?
Yes.
The activist.
Yes.
He got this podcast called The Breakdown.
I gotta start listening.
Yeah. Now I gotta say I'm not. You know, we got our own podcast here, so I'm not I'm like really promoting. But this stuff, some stuff he was saying this week about this stuff is interesting. So he said, oh my God, just that fast, I lost track of thought. But on there, he was talking about how our kids go to jail more than white kids, and we know that. And this is the prison. Oh no, this is what he's saying. Okay, this is what he's going. He was saying we should not have police in the school because police do what police do.
Yeah,
and he did exactly what police do.
Yeah,
even if it is with a 6-year-old, he did what police do. You take him to jail. So this little girl is throwing a temper tantrum in the classroom.
Well, I say more than that, but yeah.
I'm just saying this little girl throwing a temper tantrum in the classroom. My bigger issue is the teacher in the classroom.
Yep.
Why the hell is she calling the school resource officer or police officer, if you want to say that, to come to her room because she can't control a 6-year-old throwing a temper tantrum?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the teacher was not black.
I'm sure that too.
I'm gonna say it was probably most likely a white woman. You know, if I'm wrong, hey, prove it.
Sorry about that.
But she didn't feel like she had to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I know on the flip side, and I'm not giving her any cover.
Oh yeah, no.
You know, I know on the flip side that some, teachers feel that kids are sent to school just for daycare. That's their problem and everything.
Yeah.
but it's still if that teacher was doing her job and teaching that girl,
yeah,
she wouldn't have that problem.
Or even if
she knew, there you go. Because she would know sometimes.
Zimmy?
Yeah, that's too loud. Sometimes as
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Economically challenged kids.
Yeah.
You know, your time is not. You don't get a full night's rest. You don't get.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know all that nutrition and love stored into you, so you can go and be like, oh, I have a great day at school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more challenges, but she don't care to understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I just dismissed her. I'm gonna call the cops on you. Because guess what? That's what white women do.
White women do. So here's the thing. I will say this. This happened in Orlando, Florida. And
shout out to all my white women. Don't call the cops on black folks, because I think y'all are very undervalued and underappreciated. But I see.
Yeah.
Because you're not calling the cops on me.
So the bigger thing is, so the Atlanta Police Department ended up firing the police officer. Yeah, really? He got fired. So that was
as well as he should be.
Yeah.
Now here's the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
What color was he?
From what I understand, he was an older black gentleman.
Yes.
And
his dumb ass should have been fired.
Yes. But here's the thing.
I'm just if I'm gonna do the color line, I'm everybody involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I don't care. Because realistically, I don't care what color he was. He should have got fired. But it makes it worse to me that it was a black man.
And that's what I'm saying. And he should be fired for being dumb, having that cushy of a job and being that dumb.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. So he got fired. So the Orlando Police Department came out and said they fired him. From what I understand, this guy used to be, and here's the crazy thing. So the guy who got fired, he used to be a full-time police officer, retired a little bit, so now he got this job. But he got caught beating his kids. He got caught tasing people. He got the tasing situation is the person who got tased, they beat him unconscious. Dude was unconscious and dude tased him 5 times after he was unconscious. The same dude, yeah.
Damn.
So this cat had an issue anyway.
Yeah, but see now that goes to the larger issues of allowing people that have these fucked up issues.
So why is it our kids though? You know what I'm saying? If I really, you know what I'm saying? That's the part that goes back to.
What do you mean?
Why is it our black kids that this is only happening?
Because
they ain't doing this to white no kids.
Because we're the unheard, dude. We're always the test subject. Nobody cares what happened to black people, even black people.
Okay, so
let's be clear.
Sometimes yes, and that's very true. Like even if you talk about white supremacy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
you got them black folks who think that white people is superior to black people, and I don't think that's true. I don't like that, but it is what it is.
But it's more than what they think. It's right now. It's just subconsciously driven.
Yeah.
You know, and hey, I admit I have some of those stereotypes too that I am at the age of 46 learning to deconstruct. Because sometimes when you just go and do something and you don't understand, you don't think about the why. You just do it because it was handed down to you.
Yeah.
You know.
What kind of changed? I post a lot of stuff crazy on Facebook.
Yeah, you do. I saw that news today. I was like, this nigga tripping. I was like, let's see where this goes.
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying exactly. That's why I put out.
Hey.
I want to see what people put and what they go.
Hey, that white boy, he put out killing black folks. I was like, oh, this nigga tripping. But I was like, okay, I got to understand the context. I was like, damn. But you know, he answered that. I was like, damn.
That's
I'm like, no, I don't like that.
You don't like it, but it's reality.
Right. And the fact that he acknowledged that, to me, says, you know, that they all see it that way.
Oh yeah.
But then it's benign neglect. But continue.
But no, I was just saying, because the thing I was thinking about is, you know, my boy, because then you say, man, people so hood. So my boy one time he put me, he inboxed me. He's like, what does hood mean? So I kind of explained to him. He's like, no. He's like, really, hood is the context of the person who says it. and the way that you saying it is from the context of white people. White people say black people are hood because, but you know what I'm saying? I say they hood, but I understand why I'm saying this hood.
Right.
They say they hood because they're ratchet or
right. It's a negative connotation.
So when we say we hood, sometimes we say hood and it's a negative connotation.
Yeah, but it's also a representation of where you come from or you know, your culture. Yeah. But then it's like when you say it and who you say it in front, you know, and I choose not to. I'm gonna use the words on the podcast because it's our show, but I definitely try to watch what I say when I'm being in my professional world. But when I'm outside,
definitely 100%.
You know,
you can't. What they I say? You can't say some things around mixed company.
Yeah.
So because we know we can't say stuff around mixed company,
I think that's being lost. I think that's lost. I think everything now is
lost by who though?
Lost
not
by
our
us.
Generation. I don't think by our generation.
No, not our generation.
The
generation behind us, the generation that's coming up behind them.
Because they like white dudes be saying nigga to them, that kind of stuff. So
But I mean, you know, it's that, and then it's like they don't have titles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like this world is gonna let you know. It's like you may not have a title, but we got a title for your ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because actually, it's crazy. I saw a meme the other day. It was a little white girl. She was saying our generation is gonna change the world, and then like had this old like World War II like a soldier, and he said, "You dumbass, you don't even know." He's like, first of all, you don't even know if you're a man, a woman, a boy, a girl. Them, thus, thou. You don't know that, and you don't even eat meat without crying. So shut the hell up.
but
that's true though.
But she's still gonna change the world.
Yeah, they're gonna change the world. Yeah. I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but
it's always a good thing. I think the worst thing is going on is that we got the generation before us and our generation fucking it up. Because we still have old leaders, like kids. They think simple. Like why? Just hold on. I understand that the need of the parents, but you know, a lot of these kids went and started like the shit that we on right now, YouTube, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? They bucked the system. They did their own thing. We need to pour that into our kids instead of, you know, you got to watch out for this. We got to hip them to the code, you know, to survive. But we got to find a way to keep to keep their mind unlimited so they can go out and be producers in the world. Yeah, I'm just saying. What I was about to say is, racism is a taught. It's a taught skill set. Yeah, it's a taught skill set. Yeah. So purposely. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I would say my son's generation, but then the generation behind them or the younger part of that generation, I don't know. Because here's another story. So also in this is in Virginia. In Virginia, there's a 12-year-old girl who was going to this private school. Right. Now this private school is so big, it's so prestigious that it is where Mike Pence's wife teaches. The second lady of the United States teaches at this school. So it can be considered as an elitist. Yes. So it's an elitist school. So this black girl goes to school. She's on the playground. 3 white boys walk up to her. One covers her mouth. One holds her arms. The other one takes out scissors and start cutting her hair. Talking about it's nappy, it's dirty. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff about her dreads, right? The black girl got so scared that she didn't say nothing. She didn't tell nobody. The way her family found out is a couple days later, her grandma was doing her hair, and her hair was uneven from where they cut it. And the grandma started asking, and that's when she broke out and tell. So, you know, a lot of these racist behaviors you're starting to see from these little kids is taught behavior, but they're still doing it. And this, you know, that's not changing the world, that's separating the world even more. Right. It's like the other story I think I told you where I saw it on Facebook. It's a video
these little white boys beating up this little skinny black boy, right? Beating him up. They like UFC style him over a bench. They slam him. They got him on the ground. They hit him. It's like in a gym class, okay? So you see, like, and the crazy part about it is there's people walking around, a couple cats recording it and stuff, but nobody's stopping it.
Yeah.
You got all these white kids. And I think I saw a Mexican kid in there. Nobody said anything. Nobody said it. Nobody went to stop it. But all these white kids jumping on this little skinny black dude. Yeah. Now here's the other thing. I don't give a damn who it is. You know damn well if that was some big ass buff black dude, it wouldn't that be. They know they couldn't fuck with him, and he would fuck him up.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So all this stuff that's going on is making me real super mad, and I'm getting frustrated. But you know what I'm saying? Generation behind us is good, but the younger cats is just as bad because there's too much stuff coming out, and their parents is teaching them too much racism.
So I feel that anger. I feel that anger, and my first instinct is I'm gonna whoop their ass.
Yeah,
all three of them.
I don't know, you know,
but you know what? That is just that first impulse.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Now, you know, I always sit back. The best strategy is you hit them where it hurts, the money.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah,
because we all this stuff we kind of talk about together.
Yeah,
so
it overlaps.
We just said the twins are 5, right?
Yeah.
What would you do if you got a call saying that the twins had just been arrested? And you get to the school, and as you get to the school, you see one of them in handcuffs, and the police won't even let you intervene or take them home from him. And then what would you do?
Ooh. That, you know,
I mean, that's tough. Because I started thinking about, if I was in your place, what the hell would I do?
Yeah, that would be a loaded question.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a loaded question. But what I feel, what I would want to do, let me put that. Yeah. I would want to whoop anybody's ass that's inhibiting me from,
Take care of your daughter.
Yeah, you know, letting them know that their daddy is there to protect them. This shit is stopped right now on site.
Yeah.
But that would not be the smart thing, nor the logical thing to do, knowing the situation, knowing who I am, knowing my kids, and so it's survival instincts. And then I would just I would record everything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would get smart with it because you know where I'm going. It's going to be a lawsuit. It's going to be a lawsuit.
Pockets.
Hey, the police. The school.
The school administration. All that.
The school administration. The teacher personally.
Yeah.
And anybody else that was involved that I think any sponsors for the school, I'm gonna sue them too because you're promoting that madness.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna strategically, it's like you gotta break up the support cast. You're gonna break up that it's gonna like people think that this is gonna go on, and I would blanket any type of media to get exposure. You know what? Reverend Al Sharpton said something because for a long time he was, kind of looked at as a ambulance chaser. Like he going, going for the. And he said something to me that it just clicked. Like that's why they call me because I get the highlights.
Yeah.
They don't want somebody to call and then you don't see nothing
or you don't show up.
Yeah. So I would get. I would definitely try to get the black community, just the community, not even the black community, just the greater Milwaukee community involved because, once you paint that picture that it's not about the skin color, it's about what if they did this to your kid?
Yeah.
It's like, what if this was a Jewish girl?
And the crazy thing about it is I don't think they don't think about like the trauma that causes.
Yeah.
Like the long-term trauma.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I remember one time.
No, absolutely. That's serious.
I remember one time the boys were, now in Waukesha, there's 3 high schools. Waukesha South, which the boys went to, Waukesha North, where I ended up going to coach football in Waukesha West. So one time the boys, they had a basketball game in Waukesha North, right? So I don't even know what happened in the hallway, but somebody from Waukesha North, something happened in the hallway where they were about to start fighting, right? I was at a concession stand, so when I was walking back, the school police officer had the boys and like holding them and like talking to them and stuff, right? So I walk up, I was like, "What's going on?" Right off the bat, the boys like, "Dad, this dude trying to fight us and all this kind of stuff." So I was like, "So why are you standing here?" You know what I'm saying? And the policeman looked at me and said, "No, they can't go any place." I was like, "First of all, you don't tell me what to do with my kids." I was like, "These are my sons." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was like a couple of their friends. Like, these are my sons, and I will bet to tell you that I'm not the legal guardian of them also. So all of them, so like this dude had called the principal, so the principal was coming. So like I stepped in between the policeman and the boys saying, "Hey, I got this. No reason, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me I can't take them." But then the principal walked up. So I let the principal say what he had to say. But the policeman was trying to tell me, "No, you can't take them.
Right.
No, you can't talk to them. Stay." You know what I'm saying? No, hell no. I'm a parent.
Right. You're like,
tell me what to do with my kids.
Right. It's like, what's going on in this situation? Is anybody under arrest? Is there a crime committed?
No. I still remember that guy, and it's crazy.
But he did that on purpose, though.
Yeah, because he tried to intimidate.
He tried to split. No, it's always the game is always to split black people.
Oh yeah, well
you know what I'm saying?
He wasn't trying to split them because he had them all against the wall. He's trying to, you know what I'm saying? I stepped in between them.
Right. No, he was trying to split between you and your son. He's like, "No, they can't go anywhere because I ain't telling them to." Like he was like, "I trump your daddy." Your daddy.
That's what he tried to do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I remember when I got pulled over in Wauwatosa.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a rolling stop. It really was. It was my fault.
Okay.
You know, but I ain't want no ticket. I was young. I'm serious. Like I ain't want that insurance. But I was with my girlfriend at the time, and you know, to her credit, she held me down. But I don't need this insurance. But he shouldn't have spoke to her. Yeah. He looked over
to her.
He made his to what I did. It wasn't like I was trying to like. I'm not gonna.
Like, talking to her. She ain't got nothing to do with this.
That's my.
What the hell your problem is?
Right. He's engaging to like, how do you feel that he did a rolling stop? She's like, I was fine. You know, and it's like, nah, he didn't get the answer because he wanted her to shit on me. Yeah. You know, we got into it because she was more right than I was wrong.
Yeah.
But I ain't want no damn hike insurance. But that is always a tactic. They're gonna divide and conquer. Yeah. And that's yeah. But
so this is real frustrating time for me. And when I see black kids being mistreated or black kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
in general.
So when and this is why I bring up the monolith, because this is something that black folks, we should agree on easily that our kids should not be, treated or treated in any being disqualified for wearing a uniform just because she is with
a bigger booty.
Right.
I mean, just
just being real and they can't accept her winning, but yet they're gonna discredit. They're not only gonna disqualify her, they're gonna try to discredit her character.
Yeah.
As a black woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like these are the type of things that they do so well. And I'm sorry for using that word but
who's they?
White folks.
Okay.
White people. They will gang up and they will gang up on, just like you talked about the boy who was getting beat down UFC style.
Yeah.
It's no different than what they did to that girl when she was swimming. They took pictures and they spin it around so everybody can mock her.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same. They do it in a group and they let the one fuckboy or the coward jump the shit off. And then they just fall in line because that's what white nationalists, white supremacy support. You don't go against the grain, no matter how stupid. Republicans do that real well.
Yeah. So talking about Republicans, you said you had something to say about Candace Owens.
Yeah. So Candace Owens was in Congress, and because there was a panel that was talking, that was bringing light to white terrorism in the nation.
How
in the country.
Is this recently or?
Let me go to Channel 12. So September. So this is September 20th.
Okay, so about a week.
Yeah, ago. About a week ago.
Yeah, because it's 27th.
So yeah, so during a hearing that was there. So this is what Candace Owens said. Okay, during a House Oversight Joint Subcommittee hearing, Owens, who is black, Candace Owens, said that white supremacy would not make her list of top 100 issues facing
I did hear that.
her community and other communities of color in the U.S. Now, she didn't say that. That was them generalizing, but this is her actual quote. Based on the hierarchy of what is impacting minority Americans, which I have a problem with the word minority. If I had to make a list of 100 things, white nationalism would not make the list.
Sorry about that.
She said white supremacy and white nationalism is not a problem that's harming Black America. Boom. I'm gonna read that again. Let's be clear. I'm quoting her. White supremacy and white nationalism is not a problem that is harming Black America. She further went on and said, to me, this feels a lot like reaction to being named in one of those manifestos. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's
let's see. I just have to say,
let's see if we can find it.
Strenuously.
I don't know if I can find her exactly saying it, but this is the so where
okay.
Okay, so this is her.
Of the issues that are facing Black America.
There
we go right here. Oh, dang, I'm pretty good. I found that pretty quick.
Shout out.
All right, so here it is.
Nationalism is nowhere near, ranks nowhere near the top of the
a little bit more. Okay.
Much, much more. And I've said that. I said that in my opening, and I will say it again. You know that white supremacy and white nationalism is ranks nowhere near the top of the issues that are facing Black America. And the reason that you are bringing them up in this room is because it is an attempt to make the election all about race as a Democrat.
Not in my case,
Please
Ms.
don't cut me off.
Please do not characterize my motive. Mr. Chairman, it's my time.
So there you go. Mm-hmm. Talk about that white supremacy does affect us.
See, so now this is what we need to pay attention to. People like Candace Owens, that not when she's on the revolt stage screwing that, because we can check her. That's Black. But when she's in front of Congress, and we know that we have Republicans and Democrats that want to keep Black folks down. So we know that white supremacy and white nationalism has nothing but affected Black people on all levels.
So let's backtrack a little bit here, because I think we need to do this. So I sent out this little manifesto, all right, just kind of telling people, and I still got it right here. What is the difference, or let me ask you, what do you think the difference is between white nationalists and white supremacists? Because there is a difference between white nationalists and the white supremacists.
Yeah.
You want me to say what I got here?
Yeah, go ahead.
So white supremacists believe that white people are better, smarter, and more suited to drive and direct our society.
Right.
So realistically, there's a lot of white supremacists who aren't racist, if you want to say that. There's white people who believe that white people are just better suited in driving our world, but they still have Black friends or no Black people. Are cordial to Black people.
Are you saying they're white supremacists?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That's white supremacy to me.
Okay.
And there's Black people who are white supremacists too, because there's Black people who think that white people are superior to Black people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a white. So I'm just saying, for me personally, that's a white supremacist.
Right.
So a white nationalist is the belief that the U.S. is a homeland of white straight Christians and no one else should be here. And if they are, they should get out.
See, I think the other way around.
Well, white nationalism. If you think nationalism is about the United States,
right?
So that's how come you say a nationalist. So like Donald Trump is a white nationalist. All those cats who believe that, like when you see all them cats like in Charleston and all that kind of stuff, those they even said they call themselves white nationalists.
No. I don't disagree
white
with
nationalists
you.
are people who believe that the nation is all about white people and everybody else who get that.
So where I disagree with like white supremacy to me is like we are supreme, so we don't need you. You know, so that's what I think about with white supremacy. So like white supremacy is like I'm supreme, I don't need you, get the fuck out.
I think
I'm the closest thing to God.
I think that's how come we gotta talk about these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because even just amongst us, we had two different versions.
Yeah, we got two different versions. Mine is
other people are thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
Well, you got most black people that's not even thinking about white supremacy or white nationalism. Yeah. But white nationalism to me is that here, if you're going to be in the United States, you need to submit to white rule. Not it's like you can be cool, we could be friends, but you at all times you got to know your place.
That's supremacy, yeah.
To me, that's nationalism because they know. Like I'm okay with having white friends.
Well, white nationalists don't even want us here.
But no, I'm saying white nat. Well, no, they want you here because they want you in the positions. They want you in the servitude position. They want you making music, running, playing the ball, bringing them coffee, or doing something in a servitude role listen, they ain't out there picking cotton.
Yeah, so
they ain't doing the oranges and the grapes and shit like that.
So is Candace on some? Because you kind of said this a little bit earlier. You said some black people ain't think about white supremacy or white nationalism.
Right.
So is what she just said, is that somewhat true then?
No.
Because she said white nationalism isn't on her forefront. Basically, she said it's not on her forefront of the items.
But she said that.
I'm saying that's
right.
So is she somewhat true?
No.
Because I think there are people who don't think about white nationalism, right, supremacy or whatever.
And you're incorrect. And it's a large point, but she's coming from a standpoint from a Republican viewpoint.
I'm just saying exactly what she said.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that too, but she said to me, she said her list. But they'll try to draft that list as, okay, this is the black people list because Dance Owens said. And I'm saying it's like she doesn't speak for me because she does not. She like black people. We lean Democratic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, whether we want to affiliate it, but we lean Democratic. Dance Owens does not lean that way. So when she says to me, this is not because they already know. It's like we got you in the bag. You're gonna go and tout and. You can't say that white nationalism and white supremacy is a problem when that's what she's promoting.
Yeah, I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
First of all, Dance Owens don't speak for me.
Right.
Let's just be
right. So she can't. So she ain't speaking for you. She ain't speaking for me.
Realistically, none of these people speak for me. If you
right.
don't know, first of all, you want to know something that Pitch got to say. Ask Pitch.
That's what I'm saying.
First and foremost.
That's what I'm saying.
Do I agree with some people? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But people don't speak for me. I speak for myself.
But you know, as in Wendell is not here, but when the whole Jay-Z Colin Kaepernick, he was like, he doesn't speak for it. You know, it's like, and I was like, and at that point, I thought he was missing the point. But he was making his opinion, and I respect that. But I was like, it's like, I don't have any wealth in that deal that Jay-Z and the NFL did.
Yeah, we ain't got no
money. What I'm saying? But I do have.
Give me some money, I'll be in that too.
Give me some money.
I'll be with the NFL, I'll be down.
But Dance Owens going in front of Congress and speaking on white supremacy and white nationalism as it affects black people, I think it was a mockery for her to be that representative when she doesn't have, She can stay on the Revolt stage, but when she go on in real business, I would like to have what's my guy name? He was I would like to have Dr. Boyce Watkins. I would like to have some radical, perceived radical black person to come and speak there. Even Louis Farrakhan, he can go and speak because I know he comes from.
I was scared of
man.
You know, even somebody like Roland Martin.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Yeah,
Roland Martin.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Dr. Cornel West.
Yep. Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, they shouldn't have had not one black person.
No.
I mean, white person up there speaking on how does white supremacy affect black folks. Okay, that panel should have been just black.
So this is what I'm going to say. Because you always talk about a monolith, all right?
No,
so I'm going to help you out with this monolith thing.
Oh,
so you kind of said this a little bit. So I'm
bring it on in.
Hold on a second. Let me see what I got to say first. Because you may not want that me up. Damn. So black people, we are not a monolith. Let's just be real. But we need to have monolith tendencies, if that's the best way I can say it. When it comes to stuff like white superiority or white people being better than us or something like that, we need to be a monolith in that. We need to be a monolith in that. But after that,
the monolith doors is open.
After that, the doors of the monolith is open. Please come. Come. Come.
Hey, brother. Don't forget that plate over there. But that's all I'm saying. But
that part of it, I would agree with 100%. We need to be a monolith. Any black person should not allow anybody. So you know, my boy Izzy, he used to date this girl, and her daddy was from Africa, like from, I forgot where he said he was from.
Shout out to IP man.
Yeah. So, talking to him, you know what I'm saying? We agreed on some things, but there were some things he had a different mindset of. You know what I'm saying? So
the African.
Yeah, just because he was like, I'm saying like he was born and raised in Africa. His family still was in Africa. You know what I'm saying? He still, like when you spoke, he had somewhat broken English. You could still, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like you couldn't understand him, but you know what I'm saying? He still had his accent from his native tongue or whatever. So there were some things that were different between me and him. But here's the thing. So when white people meet him and they meet me, they think we're the same and we're not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I got a friend, well, I should say he was a friend. I ain't really talked to him in a long time, but he was a pastor here at this white church that I used to go to a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But they brought him in thinking they had a black pastor now. But a black American pastor and a black African pastor are two different things.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because he has no basis of our ancestry. He has no basis of our history.
Yeah, he has a different type of oppression.
Yeah, he thinks differently about that stuff.
Yeah.
So that it's hard to talk about that without the right people.
Yeah, and see, I can talk about anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just saying.
Because I think at the end of the day, you know, if I know your difference and I respect your difference, you know, we can move forward. You know, and I know what it is when I talk to white folks and I talk to black folks, but you just try to keep it respectful and you know, it's like just moving forward. But Candace Owens, dude, she should not be anywhere near anything that pertains to when there's a congressional platform, period. She's not qualified. Yeah. You know, I'm not qualified, but I still go on there, so I see her dumbass point. But you know, when she was on Revolt, let's get into that.
I'm gonna say, so
that's the hot topic.
We're about to
you see, I got a little space here.
Yeah. So let's preface this question by this. Let's preface this talk about this topic by this.
Yes.
So as probably a lot of you know now, Revolt had
should know.
Revolt had a summit.
About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was just called the Revolt Summit, and they were talking about politics.
Right.
And there were 6 people on the stage. I don't remember all their names. Killer Mike, T.I., Candace Owens.
There was some other individuals that's in the community that's in entertainment, but
let me see if their names are on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it really solidified around Candace Owens, T.I., and Killer Mike. So T.I. kicked it off by saying by asking, had a question for Candace Owens, and it was like, when was America ever great for Black folks?
Yeah,
and then she was trying to
tell me the time that America was great.
Right. And so she, was trying to dance around, and then she's trying to say what she would like, with that, and that was a bullshit answer. So he came out and he was like, "You on that bullshit?"
So I've heard a lot of people say that T.I. didn't let her speak. T.I. didn't let her answer the question. She was on some bullshit, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because and
straight up,
because I kind of think like T.I. If I ask you a direct question and I say, "When is this time?" Yeah. I hope that you can come back and tell me this time was these years to this year. Not tell me about how slavery was in the South America and tell me how you had this black hat, how you have a make Black America great again hat. Don't tell me all that shit.
Right.
I ask you a direct question. Answer that.
Don't give me no filler shit.
No, yeah. So yeah, he would have left on her.
Right. No, but just to your point. So it's like, give me the answer.
Yeah.
Give me the yes and no. Give me the facts, and then go on and explain your bullshit. Yeah. No, he just called her out because she was on some bullshit. If she was going to be on that stage where she has no fame other than, I think, shipping Black folks continually down the river, she has no other fame to be on that stage. Then you should come with, she did come with some facts. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but then how she tried to shape the narrative like Donald Trump is Black folks' savior, you can miss me with that shit.
So now Killer Mike stepped up.
Yes.
We're gonna play this Killer Mike audio here so you guys can hear it. It's about 3-4 minutes long. We're gonna play just about all, and then we'll come back to explain our thought process on this topic.
Yes.
Nigga! Stop it! Stop! Hush! Listen.
Don't say
nothing. I'm about to give you the secret to what the fuck y'all are witnessing. What you niggas, NEGUS of the royal kind, and niggas, NIGGS, what y'all are seeing right now are free people arguing over who got the best master.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna go back to silent. Let's register this shit back down. We're gonna lock this back down. So I'll tell you when America was great. 7 years after the ending of the Civil War.
I don't agree with that.
Oh, okay, because you didn't give the comment, so you weren't prepared for that one.
I do agree with that.
That's not to jump on Candace, because again, I'm disagreeing with my friend.
Don't gotta agree.
7 years after the end of the Civil War, blacks within 7 to 15 years accumulated over 15 million acres of land. Hold on, before we get to clapping, because the niggas bought some shit. Black people were the only skilled labor in there. So if it was welding to be done, iron bending, cotton picking, it was Black people. So instantly, your value became more. And Candace has a point. The point that she made about illegal immigration affecting you is that it's going to affect you at some point. Why? If the cable chicken factory is hiring illegal immigrants at an undercut on the rate, it affects the Black people who live there, who should be demanding $20 an hour because they're being undercut. So when they get wiped out, they have to hire Blacks, pay them, and unionize. So she's right on that. But hold the fuck on, I'm not finished. You have to remember that people who look like you immigrate too. So before you widely say, fuck them all, remember, America is always going to have a slave class. And if illegal immigrants or legal immigrants will not be the lowest paid workers, those in prison will be, and that always ends up looking like one of their sons. So it circles back around. So that's why people who are Black, who are from 2 different plantations, gotta get the fuck away from massa long enough to say, how are we going to burn down both their fucking houses? Now, this is my thought.
I think that's good right there.
Yeah, I think that's good.
So there's a couple things I agree with, but the one thing that, and I don't want to get into this because you got to understand, people. We had this discussion last week and we argued for almost an hour.
Well, y'all did.
About Killer Mike saying that 7 years after Civil War was the best time for Black people. I haven't disagreed. I think it was a time where we were thriving,
right?
But it cannot be the best. My thought process on, and I'm just saying my thoughts on this, is it can't be the best time. And I say it can't be the best time because we were still getting killed. We were still being lynched. There was, like I said before, there was a Kofax massacre at that time. There was the Lily White movement, which also happened to be about the Ku Klux Klan that came on. And and realistically, if I asked you to get a time machine, all right, I'm gonna look at you. If I asked you to get a time machine, are you gonna say, yeah, take me back to 1872? Hell no, you ain't gonna say that.
Can I come with a few things?
I just said,
listen, hey, when we're talking about time machine, that means like
we've
been there and look.
No, you can't take that.
No, I can't come with
yourself.
I just can't come with my country outfit.
No, just
no, I can't.
So the other thing.
But yes, I would. To be honest, I would. No, because I love history and I would love to witness that period. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm always, if any area I want to go back to, I promise you it's going to be the 80s.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's where not that America was great again, but that's when I really didn't have a care in the world.
Yeah, and I think the majority of people who we know are gonna say something. But they ain't gonna go. Ain't nobody gonna go get.
But no. But I think the larger point is that he spoke from an economic, because I understand what you're saying. You're looking back on time and like Black folks had it worse than we did, that we're having now. I'm gonna assume that, but to be 7 years out of slavery and for Black folks to come and buy properties and
hold on a second. First of all, we gotta talk about that property, okay? Because of our conversation last week.
Okay, yeah.
So the land that was given to Black folks was horrible land.
Not all.
It wasn't good land.
Not all.
Majority of it wasn't good land. So even though he said we got 15 million acres,
but guess what?
We didn't all get good.
Well,
land. You know what I'm saying?
But hold on,
that's part of it.
So
and here's the other thing. Here's one huge part of it to me right now. If you look at it right now, who is the biggest voting class in the Black community? Black women, right?
Yes.
They kind of say the Black community goes the way the Black women go, right?
Okay.
In 1872, Black women couldn't even vote.
I understand that.
So then that right there just shows you that our community ain't as strong as we thought we were.
But
I will agree with them. I will agree with them with the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we were skilled labor, but not 7 years. 7 years after the Civil War, there's still white people doing their own stuff.
Well, yeah, there was still white people lynching.
I'm saying there's white people doing the same exact stuff you said.
Yeah,
iron work, welding work, picking cotton. Well, maybe not picking cotton, but there are white people coming up like that.
Well, yeah, there was white people that was coming, but not in the South.
Yes, it was.
Like not the okay. So think about the North. You think about the North and the South. You think about the North was more industrial. The South wasn't. Yeah. They didn't have those skill They didn't have those skilled labors abundantly in the South like they did in the North.
There's still some.
There was still some,
There's white people doing that stuff too.
But I'm just saying. But they were more like foremans, and then they had the niggas that was, doing the hard labor.
So I will agree with us being probably being the healthy
skilled labor. Yes.
But I can say that. But still, if you go to work and I'm paying you 50 cents, but today I'm only going to give you a quarter because I just don't feel like giving you this on a quarter. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? That's not a good time for us.
Okay. But I think, but you got to look at it.
But that's part of it.
Well, you don't got to look at it.
That's part of it to me.
So, yeah. But then also the other part is, notice, you got to notice the history, like when black folks came out of slavery, they didn't have shit. It wasn't like you was gifted anything. You had not even half.
I understand.
10% probably knew how to read and write, and the other ones did not.
Believe it or not, there's more who knew how to read and write.
Well, it probably was, and but they were still smart enough and gifted enough to not make just one black community all over, but there were several black communities all over the United States, North and South, that were self-contained.
Yes.
So that's what he's speaking on. Yeah, no, it wasn't. There's never been a great time for Black Americans.
Thank you. That's realistic.
No.
Realistically, if we get down to it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's 100% right.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I said, we have upticks.
Yeah, we
have upticks, but
we have good time just as blacks individually and collectively in sub pockets and everything. Yes. But collectively, for us to get what we deserve, you know what I'm saying? And that's going back to slavery, and that's continuing to today.
Yes.
You know, that shit, no.
Okay, so I will agree with them. Go ahead.
What I would like to add is the fact that what Killer Mike introduced to probably 80% of people that didn't even know about the Reconstruction period and how black folks, how Black Wall Street came to exist. That's because of black folks coming out of slavery in that period, in that moment of time where they collectivized and incentivized and made these Rosewood, Tulsa,
all of these
Tulsa,
because that's not how it happened. Because Oklahoma was crazy. That's a whole different story. But Oklahoma,
how it was built, how the black community was built, not how it was destroyed. That's different.
I'm saying the whole state, how the state of Oklahoma came was they were saying, okay.
Oh yeah,
on Monday at 12 o'clock, we're gonna give this land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Tulsa and Oklahoma City were built like that because white people just ran in and they took the land and boarded off their land. So that's where the Sooners came from.
Yeah, that was a Western movie.
So at that time, black folks were that.
But no, they wasn't.
Black folks weren't getting involved in that.
Right. They wasn't. But they were still able to. They were still able to get property, and they were still able to do something and create a black economy because they were together. Killer Mike pointed that out. A lot of black people don't know that because that history has not been. You don't hear that history in.
I will.
After the Civil War. Like when you was in high school and stuff after the Civil War, you didn't hear about how black people were a part of Congress and officials and business owners.
First of all, you don't hear about that nowadays anyway.
Right.
So
that's why I don't care too much about black history.
But here's the thing. What?
Yeah, that's why it was like. Hold on, let me say.
Come on,
Black History Month. Black History Month.
Okay,
that's what I'm sorry.
That's vastly
different.
That's totally different.
I should have just said I don't care about Black history and then just bring people in. I'm like, I miss Black History Month.
Then people gonna
be like, hey man.
Because here's the thing. So things I do agree with Killer Mike is that you have black folks arguing on who the best master was. I agree with that 100%. You saying Candace all the time about Republican Party is great. Republican Party is great. The other thing I really agree with Killer Mike is the fact that we don't need to be following the Democrats or the Republicans. We need to get in that ass and say, listen, This is what we want.
Listen.
Are you going to do this for us or not? And if you're not, get the hell on. And
let's be clear.
What?
Let's be clear. I brought this up. Probably about 10 months ago because we were talking about.
I do think I do.
We were talking about they removing Colin Kaepernick in the state of Wisconsin from Black History.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep.
You know,
Black History Month.
So, and I was saying, and then it was like, so the black folks and the Democrats, they caved in and removed Colin Kaepernick. I was like, nigga, that's some bullshit because whether Colin Kaepernick was on there or not, it did not affect us. I was like, I would accept none of that shit because it's not affecting us. But that's the heart of, that's getting back to, you know, what we're talking about is who served the best, who masters the best. They both bullshit.
Duh. So we just need to come together and say, forget what we really need is a whole other party, though.
We need a monolith party. Word.
Black
monolith party. Hey, if you subscribing to the Black monolith, we ride together. What we disagree at, we don't speak on. There you go.
Because realistically, though, what he said, I do agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
We can't just say the Democrats are who we're gonna follow, the Republicans are who we're gonna follow, because we needed somebody to stand up for us, and realistically, neither party is doing that right now.
Listen.
So I don't give a damn about who it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about how they don't like Donald Trump and how, but you know what I'm saying? I don't really care for Donald Trump either, but he did do something good for black people, and that's starting to get them out of jail. Starting to change some laws.
Oh, absolutely.
So that part of it, I'll give him. Yeah. I'll give him big ups.
But and that's what we should do.
But the rest of that stuff, you go to hell.
Hey, we know he on some bullshit. He doing his thing, but he looked out, and you know I can say salute on this, even though you're doing some bullshit on that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable in standing on that. But yeah, we definitely need our own control group where, just like the Jewish community. How they roll, you think about the Chinese community, the Japanese community.
Well, a lot of them got reparations. We didn't even get that though.
Well, but you know the other thing. No. I'm not saying so be it. It's like no, because you know I'm all for reparations. You know, and my boy Andrew Yang gonna get that partial reparation, but that's the difference.
No, Andrew Yang on his way out.
Hey, Andrew Yang, he's tracking it. He's tracking 4th and 6th in the polls.
This is what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
What I heard about Andrew Yang be messing around with white nationalists. Dog. Look on the root.com, and on the root.com they got the 20 presidential. The 20 presidential people, and they break it down. Andrew Yang is on some bull, dog.
All right, well, I'm gonna check it out. But if you coming with that $1,000,
I'm all about Julio Castro.
I already
know. Julio Castro, but he ain't.
Yeah.
As much as I love him, and he got the right ideas.
Hey,
my man ain't gonna get no love.
Hey, he was ripping Joe Biden ass up.
He was busting his tail.
But he should have though. Yeah. He should have. Get your old ass off the stage.
Yeah. But realistically, ain't nobody voting for him because of that. Because he went after Joe Biden.
But that's all right, though. I mean, you know what
I heard?
But he wasn't going to get that traction anyway, just because of the name recognition. Not that he. You know what I heard?
Elizabeth Warren on the come up.
Oh yeah.
Oh she on the come up. She on the come up in the black community.
Listen.
In the black community.
I'm gonna tell you, Elizabeth Warren will be the nominee, and I like her. I will vote for if Elizabeth Warren is the nominee.
Oh yeah,
I'll vote for her.
Yeah.
I will support her campaign.
I think she's a little too soft to go against.
I don't think she's soft.
She knows what she's talking about.
She knows what she's talking about, and she's quick with it.
Yeah,
dude, her response is but it's intelligent.
Yeah,
and she puts you and she checks you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not looking for like a fisticuff battle to check Donald Trump. I don't care about that. I can watch UFC fighting if I want to be entertained. What I want to know is that who's her VP is going to be. Because if her VP, it's going to have to be either Kamala Harris, or Buttigieg. But I would prefer Andrew Yang first, and if not Andrew Yang, Castro. I got to look at the white nationalist stuff that you're talking about, but still.
I'm trying to pull up.
Yeah, Andrew Yang, he just makes a lot of practical sense. And it's to me, it just,
So, the whole Amber Geiger thing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, so I've been kind of following that. So, Amber Geiger. I'm following you. We're going to have to hit her next week.
Yeah, well, she's testifying. Well, yeah, she was in court, but they were like, oh, you see his room? You see her room?
Yeah.
It's like, it's layout. Yeah, it's a fucking apartment.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They lay that shit out. But you know what they put on the doors? Numbers.
Yep.
And you know your number.
And you know his number.
Yeah. And then, dude, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So they was I saw it on TV where the dude, they have the red staff where they show the bullet entry and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So when she shot dude, she shot him on like he was sitting down.
Yeah. I thought he came to the door.
No, the door was unlocked. She walked in.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's a red flag. Like niggas with their door unlocked. No, we don't do that. That's just like no. It's just that. Listen, if you black, lock your damn door. I don't give a damn. You going back out, lock your door. But yeah, it was like she shot him like while he was sitting down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't in a threatening position or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't think of the evil point of view out of that, but I can think of the dumb point of view. You know what I'm saying? That, and then it's like this is somebody that definitely should not have been a police officer.
But there it is. Yeah. There it is. That's the outro.
Yeah.
You got something you got to say?
Oh man, you know what? Shout out to my Niners. We 3-0. Y'all love it. I do. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is really what you said beautifully, Pitts, about the monolith.
Yeah.
How you said it is exactly is what I've been saying. It's like we don't need to subscribe to everybody's theory. Is like, well, what is going to get us the best bang for our collective buck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There you go. What you got, brother?
I'm going to say big shout out to the Milwaukee Brewers who made postseason for a second time.
Yeah.
And this is the second time it happened for 2 years in a row since 1981-92. So
we're a game behind.
Yeah, we're a game behind. Hopefully the Cubs can help us out.
Yeah.
Get some love.
Yeah, the Cardinals on a 2-game losing streak.
I got to give a shout out to my shirt.
There you go.
It's rated 5. If you ain't see it, watch it when they see us. Because that's on Netflix.
And shout out,
very powerful.
Hey, black folks, we taking back our own narrative.
We need to.
Look around you. Look at the revolt. Look at black folks are coming together, doing a lot of podcasts. I'm seeing that just on a large stage.
Yeah. Give a shout out to Milwaukee Podcast. People in Milwaukee doing podcasts.
Oh yeah, podcast fest.
Yeah, podcast fest. But I'm just saying the people in general.
Oh yeah. Suits and sweats.
They gave us a little love.
They're gonna come on our show. We're gonna go on there.
We gotta get it all. Yeah. Besides that, if you, that's all I gotta say. You got anything else you gotta say?
Hey, listen here. If you see something, say something.
And fight the power.
That's right.
Peace out.